like, share, subscribe. HCB2 World.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. So listen, you probably noticed this huge ass influx of Boruto videos. All of a sudden, you know, everyone's saying, oh, the Boruto manga's out, oh, Boruto this, oh, Boruto that. First of all, let me tell you, the Boruto manga's been out for like quite some time. You probably didn't know because it was nothing really but a regurgitation of the Boruto movie. Now, if you haven't seen the Boruto movie and you want to skip having to read all those chapters of the manga, I would say just go ahead and read it and you're pretty much caught up, you know. Besides this last chapter that just came out, obviously you're going to have to read that shit. But for the most part, you're pretty much caught up. Now, in terms of me, myself, I was a huge Naruto fan, alright? Like, huge Naruto fan. Like, if you don't believe me, let me show you. I actually went and got a Naruto tattoo. Like, I absolutely loved Naruto. So when Boruto came out, you know, I was all on board. I kind of got a little put off by it when I seen the first chapters or the first few chapters of the Boruto manga retelling the movie. No, it wasn't so much that they were retelling the movie. It was that they tried to make like subtle little changes and shit like you wouldn't notice. Like for instance, now we all know that Hinata's hair has always been straight even when she cut it short. But for some reason in the manga, they switched that up and they curled it under. You know, they kind of gave it like that older weird ass mom look. So I wasn't feeling that. And then on top of that, you know, Naruto looks different. And when I say different, he kind of looked like somebody traced his ass. So it kind of still looked like Naruto, but you could tell something was off. So right off the bat, man, I was kind of put off by the art style. But you know what, man? I'm a Naruto fan, and Musashi Kishimoto is still heavily involved, even though he's letting somebody else kind of take the reins, so to speak. So I'm going to rock with it. I'm really hoping that with this Boruto manga that they don't tarnish Naruto's legacy, you know, because Naruto had a huge fucking fan base. It was not only popular here in the States, you know, but it was popular in Japan too. So I really don't want to see them take something that's so great and then tarnish it by making something that's kind of bullshit. Now you might be saying, oh, well, that was Naruto and this is Boruto. But I'm saying, even though it is Boruto, it's still associated with Naruto, right? You're not just going to say Boruto and act like Naruto didn't exist. You're still going to associate the two. So I'm hoping that this will be a nice continuation of Naruto's legacy and kind of like a nice passing of the torch, right? Now, I told myself that I wasn't going to do a review for this last chapter, so I'm not. But there are some cool things that I'm noticing that makes me feel like they're actually on the right track. Now, for instance, you know, I love the fact that they ended that chapter with Boruto receiving the curse mark. Now, it wasn't so much the curse mark that kind of made me happy, but what made me happy was that they're acknowledging his mixed blood race. You know, he's got Uzumaki blood, and he's also got Hyuga blood. So with his Hyuga eyes, he can already see, he can still see Momoshiki, even though, like, technically Momoshiki has stopped time or no one else could see him. Now, I don't know what's going on with the whole thing they're talking about Naruto, Jesus. They're talking about Boruto's blue eyes, but we're going to have to wait and see. But I thought that was a pretty cool acknowledgement of him being mixed blood and kind of acknowledging Hinata's side, because granted, we know how great Naruto is, so everyone's expecting Boruto to be like this over-the-top great ninja just because of his heritage. Naruto being his dad, being the 7th Hokage, his grandfather being the 4th Hokage. But you also got to remember that he has Hinata's blood too, and Hinata is, you know, the Hyuga clan, they're actually pretty strong. Granted, they're not as strong as let's say Sasuke's clan, you know, the Sharingan users, the sweet Uchiha, but you know, the Hyugas are pretty well known too. So I'm glad that they're kind of realizing or recognizing both sides of the blood. Now, in terms of things that I hope they do different with Boruto, I hope like with Boruto's manga that they're able to kind of put some romance into it. Now, Kishimoto has said with Naruto, you know, the way it was drawn and the way the story was, he wanted to add romance between him and Hinata, but he couldn't do it. So I'm hoping that these guys that are writing for Boruto, I hope that they can find some way to kind of put it in there so we don't got another Uzumaki kid going with like no love in his life, you know what I mean? Because Naruto didn't have love and it was depressing. Like granted, he had Hinata saying I love you and chasing him with ointment and stalking him and shit, but for the most part he didn't have anybody there to yell at him and get on his damn nerves and to hold his hand and to, you know, let him hit and all that good stuff. So hopefully Boruto gets that. Now, I don't know what's going to happen going on to the future, but from what I've seen so far, it looks like a good start. I'm hoping that Naruto and Sasuke don't actually get killed off. And I think I read somewhere where Kishimoto said he wasn't going to kill them, but he kind of made it look like they were dead at the beginning of this manga just to kind of grab people's attention, which I can understand. You know, the best way to get someone's attention is to do something like crazy right off the bat. So hopefully they don't end up getting killed off, because it'll be a fucking shame if we spend all that time investing in these characters only to have them killed later on, you know. But other than that, you know, I didn't really want to make a long video. I just wanted to say that I'm glad that Boruto is finally getting the torch. You know, his original story is finally taking place, whereas we're not getting a regurgitated movie anymore. We're actually moving forward, and I hope that there are nothing but good things for Boruto. Granted, you know, Boruto's already a stronger ninja than Naruto was at this point, but I'm hoping that with Boruto, I hope that he also has to go through hardships. Now, granted, he doesn't have a tail beast or anything like that, so he's not going to have the same hardships that Naruto had. But I'm hoping that even though he's a better ninja than Naruto was, I want to see him like have to struggle a little bit, whether it's love life, whether it's school, whether it's, you know, trying to fit in. I don't know, but hopefully they find some way for him to struggle and just don't make him this great ninja right off the bat. Other than that, guys, that's going to do it. Thanks for tuning in and watching the video. If you liked or agree with anything I had to say, make sure you smash that like button on the way out, alright? If you're new, definitely go ahead and subscribe. I'm adding new shit to the manga reviews and adding new shit to the channel, so it's going to be pretty dope. It's going to be pretty dope. Now, including in terms of adding new stuff, I will be reviewing the Boruto manga going forward, so check that out. I'm also going to try to add the Twin Star Exorcist manga and also the Blue Exorcist manga, and probably maybe Black Clover and something else. Alright, I don't know yet, but hopefully you guys are around for that, and you know, stick with your boy. Other than that, guys, that's going to do it. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your boy. Heroes come back. 2, do great, be great. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.